So this was something I created in a very short period of time. So I'm really sorry if it does not match up to your expectations. But this is about Space Camp India. It's also, I think, one of the main times where where I was experiencing all of these stuffs, and I was like, and maybe this is what I want to pursue in life because it all seems so interesting. Drafting robots and launching your own drones, making your own CANSATs. So it was, I think, a very good exposure for me, and that also made me realize what science has to offer. And I think I would very much recommend this to everyone who is interested in STEM and science, because the exposure you get in a camp, the exposure you get through hands-on activities, it's not something you get through the books. To be able to experience the beauty of science and to be able to experience the beauty of STEM, I think it's really important you put your hands on activities and you take part in as many programs as you can, because the exposure and the experience you get is really, really important while you're trying to get into any type of career that you want to. So in this presentation, I'm just going to be shortly going through what a space camp is and why is it important, and a short of my experience and some conclusion. So about what is Space Camp, I will be talking about a short description on what a Space Camp is and what it comprises of, what activities they do, and why is it important. As in, it can be just fun for kids to get on a week or so of a vacation and meet new friends and get to a new place and be there, not in your home, get there. So, but it can be fun for kids, but at the same time, what other benefits does it offer? And about my experience, I attended the Space Camp India as the only international participant, as I had just seen this ad out of nowhere, and the idea really fascinated me because I had never heard of such a thing happening here, and I really wanted to experience it. And I think Abasan and Antariksha Pratishthan Nepal had really been a key factor of motivating me to take part in this program. And finally, the conclusion of what it taught me and how do I move forward with what I learned. So moving forward, what a space camp is. So basically, the space camp was originated in the US. It was something that was done in the US, if I'm not wrong, for a long period of time, and it was slowly the world started to take the idea from it because it was so motivating for youths that it was really effective, and a lot of places started adopting this culture of having a space camp. And it normally focuses on kids of age 8 to 16, so it's morely of a focus of a very young minds where they have really raw ideas and they curate them into something really beautiful, and they get to experience all of these wonderful things and articulate what exactly it is to get into this career. And I think a space camp is really important if you're thinking of getting into space and getting into science. So they are taught the basic of what it all takes and give an insight of why we are so much interested in space. So why is are my slides changing or not? I just wanted to confirm because I had the same problem last time. Can anyone confirm
It's
if
not changing. It's not changing.
it's not?
It's
Just
not.
a minute. I did change it, but looks like I'm having some problems. Okay, maybe now. Is it changing? I'm not sure.
Yes, it's changing now, but put it in full screen mode.
Yes, now.
It's not in full screen mode, but it's on the second slide. Now nothing.
I'm just trying. This is in full screen mode, but I don't know why it is not changing.
Maybe you can just go ahead with whatever you have.
Yeah, it's all right. Okay, so you all can see the presentation, right? Not the
Yes.
full screen, but just as it is.
Yes, I can
Okay,
see it.
so can you all read the contents? Though I'm really sorry that it's not working while I'm putting it in full screen, but Okay, so this was a table of contents just for a little revision, where I was going to talk about what a space camp is and everything. Then we have something about the space camp. It was originally conducted by the government organization, the Alabama Space Science Exhibit Commission. So it was basically originated in the US, and people really had this culture of having space camps all over the US. But for many years, it was not adopted in any other countries, but now it's been really popular. So yes, I was here about why is space camp important. So I came up with these three factors that I saw were changed in myself when I attended a space camp, which I've put into the slide. That is passion, exposure, and empower. So passion, why I've said it's important for passion is that it really instills a passion in you to pursue the wonders of science. Because before I went to this event, before I went to the space camp, I had honestly no idea what it took to go to the outside world and go to space and go to everything about satellites. I had read them in books, but what came to my knowledge of all that, it really instilled a curiosity in me. It really had that passion in me. Like it really amazed me to the core that I was like, maybe this is what I want to pursue. Maybe this is what I want to learn more about. It also gives you exposure because it gives you lots of hands-on experience. It gives you a wide plethora of activities that you can do and learn from. And it empowers you to believe that this thing is possible. And if anyone else has done it, why not you? So it gives you a sense of accomplishment of completing your task, and then it empowers you to be as exceptional as many other people have been, and in return be just an exemplary character for the industry. So I attended a Space Camp India in 2022. It was around June, July. And it was a blend of fun activities as well as learning. And it was a once in a lifetime opportunity for me. What I thought at that time, that if this is what has been coming on my feed and pages all over, maybe this is just a sign that I just have to sign up for this. And I did. And the activities really had a wide range of variety. We visited the Science City. We had workshops like CAN satellite, air modeling, space robotics, astronomy, drone fabrication, and we had fun competitions too. Like we had Space Warriors, Prep Wings, space quizzes, and I even won some awards through it. I had a trophy and a medal when I got back home. So I think it really, the sense of accomplishment through that also really instilled the passion in me. So it was really a fun experience in all, and it happened at Lovely Professional University in India, in Punjab, India. So it was an international exposure for me, and as the international participant there, I really had fun, and I think learning while having fun is a really big thing. So it was a really amazing exposure for me. So these were the workshops that were available. There were Cans in Space, air modeling, dronification, model rocketry, pathway to stars, and space robotics. In Cans in Space, we learned about CANSITEs, and we focused on the usage of satellite and how it works. In air modeling, we crafted airplane models through workshops where we were explained about airplanes models and its flying mechanism. So we had to keep that in mind while drafting, while building airplane model, that it can be flown away because we were so much dwelled into its flying mechanism. Dronification, where we used a flight controller and handheld transmitter, and there we made and flew our own small little drone, a model drone. Model rocketry, in the workshop of model rocketry, we learned how rockets are designed, manufactured, programmed, and launched, and also made sample models to learn more about the parts of a rocket. In the workshop of Pathway to Stars, we read about different stars and planets. We also built telescope sample models and observed constellations by stargazing on a very clear night one day. And in space robotics workshop, we learned how the Mars rover works. So that was a really new experience because honestly, I did not know about Mars rover before I went there. So this workshop was really interesting for me because here I learned a lot about how Mars rover works and everything about its models and what what it really does in Mars. So these are some glimpses of me from Space Camp. I don't know if it's quite clear, but this is the whole group. There were a lot of people in this, so it was a really good exposure to learn from people of different places, different age groups, and hence I had a really beautiful experience. This is me. I was there speaking in the last day where I was sharing my experience, and it was really wonderful. This is when I visited the Science City, and she is Kalpana Chawla, the one that I'm taking a picture with. She is just a picture, but she's the first Indian woman in space. So that was an exemplary moment for me. And this is me. We were done with a lot of physical activities too. So this is me just doing one of it. So talking about conclusions plus plans, it was in conclusion, it was a really beautiful experience. It was amazing because I had never ever experienced such a time. And going there, I think it was amazing to meet with all the people I never really knew in a completely new place, completely new experience. I was kind of like very scared before I went there, but when I went there, everything started happening, all the activities, all the programs really indulged me so much that I really did not want to come back. And talking about plans, I think Space Camp is something that really instills that passion in you. So I also want to empower other people through what I've learned. So I'm also planning on doing something as such in Nepal, if possible, in the coming days, because I think it would be beautiful for people here in Nepal, for youth, specifically girls, if that's possible, to just since we're talking about women for space for youths, but in general, but also focusing on girls, if we could do that, because I think this is a really good platform where youths can really have that exposure that still many at times they're not been provided with in just their educational institutions and throughout their life. So I think it could be a really good platform for everyone to learn and grow as and also grow their passion. So I think that's it for this presentation. It was really very short, but thank you for listening.